Hi, in this video, I'll show you the step-by-step method of making a Flexiblock in ZWCAD. Now, Flexiblock is kind of like dynamic block of AutoCAD. You can create Flexiblock in ZWCAD and then import it in AutoCAD as well. And you can do it the other way around as well. Now, all of this is in this video, so let's get started. So here we have a very simple window made with simple polyline. So as you can see, this is just a polyline, polyline, and polyline. It is not yet a simple block, and we'll convert it into a flexi block. Now we want to add a property in this block so that it can be stretched in both the directions equally. And we also want to add fixed sizes for this window. Now before we make any changes, let's check the size of this current window. So I'll type DI for distance, and the length of this window is, well, 3 feet 1 inch approximately. Well, that's how a standard window is. Now I'm going to add the properties of Flexiblock. For that, I'll start with the block panel and I'll select this create block option and let's give it a name. So I'll call it window dash flexi. All right, now here in the base point option, click this and select lower left corner. You can select any other point if you want. Then I'll select entities, and I'll select all of these entities, press enter, and here I'll select convert to block. Also here I'll uncheck annotative and scale uniformly, and also I'll now check allow exploding and block in editor. You need to ensure that block in editor is checked for sure, because that will take you directly to the block editor where you can make changes and add the flexi block properties. So with that, I'll click OK. And now we're in the block editor where we can add the properties. Well, so as you know, we want to stretch it in both directions. For that, you can go to this operation parameter and from here select linear. Now that's the first step towards making the flexi block. So I'll select this point and then this one and I'll add it here. Okay, so we have this exclamation which indicates that the block is not yet complete. We need to add more information, and that information is of course this action. So the action will be stretch, because we obviously want to stretch it in both the directions. Select a stretch and now select this parameter. Okay. Just follow the command line now. So we now need to associate this parameter with a point. So we'll start with this left corner here. All right. And now specify the first corner of a stretch frame. So make a stretch frame as if you are stretching this block in a real world situation. So I'll just make a frame like this, because that's how we make a frame. Now anything intersected by this frame, which is these two lines and these two lines, they are going to get stretched and everything else will remain unchanged. Now we need to select objects. So just make a selection like this and press enter. Done. Now you just need to place this action marker. Maybe I'll just place it here. Now for the left side, it is done. Let's do the same for the right side of this window block as well. So I'll go to stretch, and we don't need to add this linear parameter anymore because it's already added. So just go to stretch action, select the same parameter, and this time select this point. And now make the frame once again as if we are stretching it, and then select the objects, which is like this. Press enter and maybe just place it here. So we are done. Now we can stretch it equally on both the sides. Let's check it. So close block editor, save the changes and select it. We have the grips, select. Okay, we can stretch it here and we can stretch it here. But we have a problem. We need to ensure that this panel size and this panel size remains equal. And we can do that again in the flexi block. So let's go back to the block editor. So I'll select the block, right click, and I'll go to block editor. All right, now I'll select this parameter, and in this parameter we have an option here in the miscellaneous tab, which is base point. So the base point is selected as a starting point. Let's change that to midpoint. All right, and that's the only change you need to do. So close block editor, save the changes, and now let's test it out. So here we are, but as you can see, it is already unequal. So we just need to make sure that it starts from scratch. So I'll just select it, right click this block, and I'll select reset block. Now that's going to reset the block to its original shape. And now we can start stretching it. So stretch it, and now it's going to stretch equally. Okay, this is working. But what if we want to add standard sizes? Because in a real world situation, the window, door, and these kind of fixtures should have standard sizes. So let's do it again. Select it, right click, and go to block editor. Now I'll select this parameter, and here in the value set, we have an option called distance type, which is set to none. Just go to the drop down and select list. Now you can see that the default size of 3 feet 1 inch will show up here. Just click and this 3 dot option will show up, the ellipsis. Click on this and here you can add the distance values that you want for this. So I'm going to start with something smaller than 3 feet 1 inch, maybe 2 feet 4 inch. Now that's first size, then add it. Let's add few more sizes here. So 4 feet, all right, or maybe just a few more of these. So 4 feet, add, and 6 feet 6 inch. All right, so we've got 4 of these sizes. Now click OK, and now you'll see this. We have these markers right where we added all these values. So what will happen now? Let's test it. Close the block editor, save the changes, and now we can only stretch it up to those specified values. So it won't go beyond that, and there we are. Now we can stretch it up to specific values. Okay, so that's done. Now, in this case, as it is just stretching it in both the directions, 2 grips are quite redundant, especially the one on the left. It's quite redundant. So we can actually hide it. So select this, right click, go to block editor, and here I'll go to distance 1 parameter. And here we have in the miscellaneous tab number of grips, which is set to 2. Let's just make it 1. All right, done. Close block editor, save the changes, and now we have just 1 grip. That's what matters. And we have a clean Flexiblock. Now, what if we want to use the same block in AutoCAD, or what if we just want to use a block created in AutoCAD right here in ZWCAD? Well, let's see how that works. So here I'll save this block first. So I'll go to this save as option, desktop, window, dash, flexi. All right, now that's a block which is created in ZWCAD. So I'll type ZWCAD as well here and save it just to avoid any kind of confusion. And now let's start AutoCAD. Now in AutoCAD, you can open the block created in ZWCAD, but unfortunately, this won't open it as a flexi block or a dynamic block. By default, it will work like a simple block. So I'll just go to open and I'll select this window flexi ZWCAD, open, and yes, and I'll open it. And here we are. So you can now see that the block is open, but it's just a simple block. There is a workaround. You can install a plugin from ZWCAD, which will convert this one into a dynamic block, but it won't let you make more modifications. It will show all the properties of the dynamic block, which is equivalent to the flexi block that you created. So the window sizes, the grips, and all those things will show up here, but you cannot add more properties in AutoCAD. If you want to, you can just do that in ZWCAD. Now, let me show you how you can do that other way around. For that, I'll open AutoCAD and here I'll click on new. That's going to open a blank template. And right here, I'll press and hold Control and then 3. This will open the tool palette. Now on the tool palette, we have all of these dynamic blocks. And here I'm going to insert this aluminum window dynamic block. So we have the window block, just like the one we created in ZWCAD. Now, here also you can see that we have the dynamic properties, like you can increase the height or you can change the width. Not only that, we also have other dynamic blocks that you can use. For example, if you go to civil and maybe insert this international speed limit, well, here we have the visibility parameters. So you can select it and you can change the visibility parameters using these drop downs. So we have 2 dynamic blocks. Now, let's say we want to use these 2 blocks in ZWCAD. For that, I'll save this drawing first. So I'll click on Save As on my desktop. I'm going to name it AutoCAD DIN Blocks, just to identify it clearly, and I'll save it. Now let's import these blocks in ZWCAD. For that, I'll go to ZWCAD and here I'll click on Open. All right, and we have on my desktop AutoCAD DIN Blocks. Select and open. Okay, so here it is. It looks like the file is in read-only mode. That's because it is already open in AutoCAD, so we just need to close it first. Okay, let's do that, and maybe let's just close AutoCAD completely just for the sake of it. And now I'll just click on No, and let's do it again. So click on Open and select the file and open again. And here we are, no more read-only prompt. Okay, so we have it here, and you can see that it is directly inserted here as a dynamic block, or in this case, a flexi block. So it looks like it is working properly, but it has a problem. It is not translated properly into flexi block, so you cannot modify it directly yet. So if you want to make it modifiable, you need to convert it into a flexi block, which you can do using 2 methods. So the first method is simple command. So you can use bconvert, press enter, and that's going to show you this convert block prompt where you can select the block which you want to convert into Flexiblock. In this case, I'll select aluminum window elevation, this one, and you can choose to just override the original one or generate a new one, keeping this one as it is. So in this case, I'll override this and click OK. Okay. And now we have this thing converted into a Flexiblock. So what will be the advantage? Select it, right click, go to block editor. And in this case, we have all of these parameters and actions completely translated into ZWCAD. So you can modify it and it will work exactly the way it should in ZWCAD. So that's how easy it is. You can do the same if you want for this one. So you can select it, and using the second method, you can right click and go to block editor, and here it will show you this prompt. So instead of using bconvert command, you can now click yes, and it will automatically convert it into a Flexiblock. So that's a very shortcut method of converting it into Flexiblock. Again, close it, and we have 2 Flexiblocks in our drawing. So that was the Flexiblock. Let me know if you have questions related to the same. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.